Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me at the Wisdom Circle today. Just like I tell everyone, we are going to have something exciting and see what Spirit has for us to say. And I'm going to be doing the two prayers that I always do for protecting our Wisdom Circle. Here we go. Divine Spirit, we gather here in the light of love and truth. We call upon the light of protection to surround and hold the sacred space. May it shield each of us, body, mind, and soul, as open to the wisdom. We invite our spirit guides, loving ancestors, and benevolent angels to join us. Walk with us as we seek truth, insight, and healing. Grant us the clarity to receive what is most needed at this time. For our highest good and the good of our families, our communities, and this earth, we open our hearts and a portal of remembrance where wisdom flows freely and even our challenges become sacred teachers. We open our hearts, we release fear, we step into the divine remembrance, and so it is. Amen. Aho Ashe. Directly connected to the divine and to all that is. I now call upon Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, please come in and connect with us now. We ask you to protect us, uplift us, and inspire us to live in alignment with our highest and greatest good. We ask with surround us with your wings of love and stand before us, blessing our energy with your angelic qualities of strength, courage, and truth. Please clear our energy and vibration, completely releasing all negative energy, limiting beliefs, fears, illusions, and negative energetic imprints present in our energy and physical being. Please release anything that is blocking us from fully and completely experiencing the love and light present in every moment. Release all that no longer serves us into the light of the divine and fill the void with unconditional love, light, and compassion. Archangel Michael, we ask that you use your sword of light to cut away all doubt, fear, guilt, or negativity which is around us. Cut any and all cords which are draining our energy and vitality across the lines of time, and assist us in reintegrating our light and personal power which has been drained back into our being now. Please guide us on our path and help us to accomplish our authentic purpose according to divine will, for the highest and greatest good, and so it is. Thank you. Amen. Here we go. Let's see what we have to say for this week's Wisdom Circle. We call on Spirit to help guide us through this session of and weekly session of the Wisdom Circle. May everyone have what a clear explanation or clear guidance of what they seek and what they feel. That we are all connected as one. I thank you. Here we go, you guys. Let's see what this week's Wisdom Circle has to say. Let's see what we have for this week's Wisdom Circle. And remember, these readings are timeless. So anytime you watch this, and I suggest sometimes watching them more than once because you will get more out of them. Okay, interesting. Oh, okay. Very, very, very interesting. This is very interesting energy this week. It is going to be a little, it's going to feel volatile, I have to say. There's going to be a disruption. And this is where actually it's moving away the stuff that no longer serves you, or something's not going to, you feel like it's not going to fall through. You think that, oh, it's dead. Now, this disruption is just for you to stand. They're saying, don't worry about it. Because look at for foundation achievements. So whatever you have planned, it might feel like it's falling through. Don't believe that. Sometimes it doesn't. It's not what it seems. So just take a moment, take a deep breath. Do not panic. Don't be reactive. In other words, don't react because actually you have things in place that you don't realize that it's going to work out. So it's not really a disruption. It's actually, I'm hearing, getting putting it's like putting to aside the things that aren't going to be working for you to because you are actually raising your vibration. You're going to something better. So do not if something a plan you had something this week is gonna you're waiting for, be patient. Don't react to it. Don't freak out. It's just moving for your best interest because you already have a firm foundation. You have the things that are supposed to be coming to you that you've already put in place, right? You've already built your house. Don't panic. You already have the base. All, they're so funny because they're showing me you already have the boards put in place, the poles with the posts. Everything's put in place. Don't panic, because it's a transformation. It's just moving and pivoting you in the right direction. It might be just because there's something shifting on a different side, but do not worry, do not fret, because it's transforming to something better. Again, this is where they're saying you need to take a day, come with, ground yourself, be very grounded at this time. This is the time not to be reactive to any situation that's coming up, because I'm just hearing it's not what it really seems. It might seem, oh, at that moment things are going to fall apart. No, it's not what it seems. Just take your time, go within. When you focus in on with yourself, and you'll know, you'll get the correct answer. You'll know what resonates and what is true, because sometimes when you're getting some information, it might be false information that is not true, something to throw you off, to get you to react. I'm hearing even to sign something that you shouldn't sign. So be very, very careful of this week, because if you do that, if you ground yourself, whatever you create, it's time to harvest. As you're going forward, that's the sacral chakra. That's where I always say the sun is coming down, and you have done all this work, and it's already down. It's time to bring it forth. So that's what they're saying. Don't panic. Remember, anything that comes in, give it love. Anything that you're wanting to release, give it love. Anything, a negative emotion, a negative, even something that's falling apart, actually give it love so you can move forward. Do not stay in any darkness, because look, you have material and spiritual prosperity. Stay focused. Stay on your path. Stay what you know it's true. Stay forward, and that's why this is going to be very important, because things might be feeling like they're falling apart, but it's not what it really seems, you guys. The disruption is not what it really seems. Okay? Sometimes it's something to bring you back to, hey, you need to ground yourself. That means you're not paying attention, and you're being reactive to your life. And this, they're saying, quit being reactive. Once you stop, you come in, you become quiet, and you go within, and you're focused in on what's in front of you. You're not paying attention to what's out here. You got your blinders forward, because you're going from now forward and not looking at the past. Things are going to be working out, because you do have the material and spiritual prosperity. That's the main thing, is that you need to be in a focused place, and your heart centered. The more that you're in your heart centered, doors open for you. Okay, they're not going to close. You're not going to have bumpy roads. Stay in your heart centered, because you have partnerships and alliances. There's people that are here to help you. You're going to be connecting with in a very higher vibration than you're used to. So what is moving out are lower vibration, lower things that do have not been working for you, but you keep trying to get things to work, or these connections, and you're going to be moving away from those, and the right alliance and the right people are coming in. It allows, I'm hearing it's going to allow them to step in, the right people that you've been wanting to make the connection with. You have a firm foundation. Don't be afraid that things are falling apart. You have built it. Everything is stable, but like I said, it's not really what it seems out there. So that's why don't be reactive to your life. Because look, you're going to be successful. The thing, you're cutting away things are no longer working for you. You're bringing in the right people to help run things, to help to create the things that you want, or even opening up. How are they saying it? Opening up positions, and things that you want to put into place. Because look, you're moving on. It's the Even though you're feeling you might get this disruption, no, you're moving on out of those disruptions, because you're not being reactive to your life. You're not reacting and panicking. You're taking that time to take care of yourself now, because look, love begins. So this tells me community. This is a prosperous with whoever you bring into your life. It will be prosperous, because when you stay in your faith, you stay in your, I mean, your like pathway. Things start to work out, because it brings balance into your life and your fulfillment of wishes. Okay, so you have to stay on your path. Do not be afraid of what is going on. I'm going to being asked to pull another one from the psychic tarot, my oracle cards. Oh, okay. See what I'm telling you. This flew out and landed on my by my feet. You'll be successful, triumph. So, in other words, stay grounded when you're feeling anxiety or things are not working out. That's not time to be reactive. That's the time when you step back, take your 5 breaths. Remember, 5 breaths. The first breath is your breath of life. Your fourth breath is going to be back into your body, feeling every part of your body and speaking to it, because it's all a living cell and a living membrane. Everything is alive, and telling it to calm down. And when you exhale, you're going to exhale all those negative thoughts, emotions. And then the third one, you're going to say, I'm safe, because you've made it this far. And then the second one is going to be you're calm, and your first one is peace. So you end with peace, and watch how you start to react in a different way. You become everything. You become calm, and everything's clearer. You feel more grounded. You feel connected to yourself, not out of your body. Because when we react to things, we become out of our body. We're not connected. We can't even breathe, right? We can't take that deep breath. So they're asking you, hey, take that moment, because what you really are going to be is triumph over everything. Even when you get this disruptors, those are not just, you're going to pass right by those disruptors, those things that make you change, because you're no longer going to be reactive to your life. You're going to be really centered. What we have for wisdom sent. I love it, you guys, because it brings you freedom. It really does bring you freedom when you stand in yourself, in your own power. You open the doors to everything. Nobody is opening the door for you. It is you who releases and opens that door. Nobody can do that unless you give the okay, unless you open it yourself. So stay grounded, stay in your power, because it brings you that freedom. The courage to continue doing the things you do. It gives you the power in your courage. The courage to stay focused on what you want. You, in fact, when you start to get more courage, you start to get your power, you start to get stronger. You're going to find that you're going to be standing up a lot straighter. You're not going to feel like you're hunched over and protecting yourself. You're going to find yourself, oh my gosh, my spine is starting to because you stand straighter, you're connected to source. You have the power to continue going. You're pulling up in your life. See the willpower to keep going in the things that you want. It's never deterred you. You have the empowerment to continue manifesting anything that you want, your strength. Yeesh. All right. Family. Family is going to either growing, or your I hear extended family is going to be growing as well. You're continuing to create, and they're safe. Your family members are safe, and that, to me, this is like, if you're planning something for generations, you're like, and legacy, it is going to be, well, no, you're walking into your legacy. I'm telling you that right now. The changes in your life, you're walking into your legacy. Forgiveness. You don't have to go out and say, I forgive everyone. Forgive yourself. This has been coming up a lot lately, is forgiving yourself. There is no shame. A lot of the people today, was especially Spirit was saying, a lot of us have taken on other people's shame and anger and judgment, and we don't realize it. So we think it's ours, and what you were they're asking you is, give back that is not yours. So you've been feeling the shame and guilt or anything like that. Realize sometimes it's not yours. Send it back to who you feel. Maybe someone hurt you, right? Someone did something even in childhood. And you're taking on the person, you don't realize you absorbed someone else's shame, someone else's anger, someone else's what are they saying? Oh, I have to say this. Even someone else, you're feeling depressed or something like that, that's not yours. Because when you start to say, hey, I don't feel that way. Why am I? You start putting up your shields and saying, that is no longer mine. And you can tell it, that's not my energy. I know where I'm going. I send you with love. You send it with love. And this is what I was told by Spirit, send it with love. So any negative energy, any trauma, you send it with love, and it starts to clear out of your life. You start to have that forgiveness, because it's not yours to even take on. See, because you have to be compassionate not only for the world, but you forget it's also for yourself. How give yourself some compassion. You have gone through traumas. You have, but here's the thing: Spirit is saying you've gone through that. You've made it. Realize where you're standing now. You made it through all that. So now's the time is to move forward. Have those blinders on. You're not living in your past. It is not who you are. What is your story now? What is your story now for your legacy that you're moving forward? Have compassion for yourself because look, it brings you love. When you start to love yourself and have compassion and you forgive yourself for carrying all this other stuff that is no longer yours, things start to open up in a big way for you. Love really comes around you. You'll feel brighter. Your whole body will start to feel lighter. Give yourself that permission. Okay. Reconciliation. See, this is when when you decide to move forward and you give yourself love, you're going reconciliation. That's just you becoming no longer, this is how I'm hearing fragmenting, feeling fragmented in your life. Because this is about not reconciliation about anybody else, it's about you. You becoming one with self, not feeling like you are hurt or you this is how they're saying disoriented or feeling like there's something missing in your life. You become one with yourself. When you start to, you're not separate. So that to me tells me you need to go ahead and start to work on um, releasing that past and saying, hey, no, I'm no longer a part of that. I know who I am. I know that are really going to move you forward and you have made it. So those things that you felt like had brought you down, you have made it. So don't be afraid. Do not be afraid to move forward in your life. Do not be afraid to say, hey, I'm no longer that. I know who I am because it's your life purpose to continue moving forward and doing the things that you are doing. So, in other words, also, if you're feeling like you haven't made it, you are. You're right. We're on time, I have to say, because that's what they keep saying. You're right on time. You're on nobody else's time but yours. You're here to learn on your time. I had to tell that to my daughter. You're on your time, nobody else's. So don't measure yourself to anyone else. Don't measure yourself on how much you have, where you know, how much knowledge you have or anything. You're right where you're supposed to be. So do not be afraid to move forward. It's your truth. What is your truth? This is a time when you start to do that work. Ask yourself, what is your truth? What do you want to see? What is being shown to you that's being mirrored back to you that you have felt you're missing something? Start paying attention. And sometimes you realize the reaction of other people is what you're putting out, right? So it's like paying attention to self. If you are having a conflict with someone, so what is the conflict within you? You have to decide, and it's funny also they're telling me, hey, this is one of the hardest things to do is the mirror work, is to actually go to the mirror and talk to yourself and ask what is your truth? Who do you really want to be? Who do you want to appear? You have to let your mask down, who you truly are in your heart. And that's what you need to continue to show going forth now. And remember, you have been protected in all of this. If you look back and like, oh my gosh, I've gone through all this and I should have not, you understand how well protected you are. You have your team that's always protected you. Continue on your path and you are safe. And it brings new beginnings. Do not be afraid to step into what you may think you're afraid of, because it brings you something so much better. I just heard something so much sweeter. That could be a new relationship I'm hearing. Don't be afraid to make connections with people. Remember, as you start to vibe high, you're gonna attract new and beautiful people into your life. Trust that. Let's see what the angels have to say. Like, see, again, change is coming. Change is coming. I'm here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunities. Change is coming, guys. Don't be afraid. Look at the butterfly transformation, new things, exciting things. So don't be afraid, like the disruptor. I want you to start thanking those disruptors, because you know what? If you ever looked at the disruptors in your life that happened, and the end, at first it seems like that all of it's gonna just implode, things don't work out. You ended up with something much better. I don't think there's ever been a, if you look back in your life, you always ended something on your feet and much better. You've never been, because if you're here, you've made it this far. That those are the saying that's funny. You've never been left alone. Open up your spiritual gifts. Remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you a message to guide your soul's growth. So remember, pay attention to the signs that they're seeing. Those I call them downloads, the things that pop in your head. Hey, they're helping you. They're guiding you to the things that you want. That they're to help you through this time. Let me see. Yeah. Stay on your path, because welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity is on its way to you. Have faith that its source will heal your financial challenges. So you're feeling stuck, your money's not coming. It's coming. This is the time. Do not panic. This is the time. I have to say that I keep getting this message, and I'm going to read you this one because this one came up. All is in perfect timing. This is it. Time to take action now. I will be here to help you every step of the way. Understand this. um One of the things that messages I've been getting is, the more that you stay on your path, and that this is has been doing, getting this message, looking forward with the blinders on what you want to create, new home, new space, new people, anything like that. Keep your blinders on and focus that way, because if you think about it, how do these millionaires and billionaires get their money? They don't panic. They double down, they focus on where they want to go. They're not going to listen to any outside rhetoric, anything that's going to give them all scared to what, be reactive to it, right? Be reactive. So they center, they come together, and they regroup. And this is why their spirit saying, center yourself and ground yourself. This is a time that is going to be very important, because do not pay attention to what's outside that is not your control, but what you control, what you going forward within your own pathway, your energetic pathway. So we're going to finish with Goddess Isis. Let's see what she has the message for the wisdom circle today. Calling on Goddess Isis for the wisdom circle today. See what we have. Oops, she is already spilling out here. What does she have for wisdom circle today? Okay, here we go. Not of Isis. Part of your spiritual destiny involves a special relationship with the goddess. This means that not only do you have the important spiritual task of helping her thrive in this world, but you are afforded her power, potency, protection, and an abundance. Two, you are now deepening your connection to the goddess. So, yes, that means continue with your connection to spirit, to source, and all your faith. Continue with that. And you're seeing the path, and you will. Uh, it's like I just said, that it showed me like your abundance will come, is because you stay on that. You have less resistance. So, continue that practice. Abundance of Sathis. Abundance in many forms is increasing in flow to you. Continue your good work of building channels through which abundance can be delivered to you freely. Share your talents, love, wisdom, and self, and enjoy the abundance responsively, flowing to you in many forms over and over again. Stay on your path. Stay focused, you guys. It's so funny now they're saying stay frosty. So stay focused. Don't let anything get in your way. Just stay focused on where you want to go. Divine destiny. The divine warrior is within you, helping you to continue with a worthy path, even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause. It might be by bringing more wisdom, focus, or intelligence, or surrendering into the divine. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination. Initiation. When you are being initiated into the divine mysteries of light, love, and power, there are moments of profound challenge. The key is to find the light within the challenge, the opportunity for growth that can transform any challenge into an experience of healing. With compassion and cleverness, you will not burn during your challenges. You shall thrive. So understand that when you are focused, when you are grounded in your space, in your body, in your center, and you're connected, you will be successful. Nothing can touch you, really. You will find you get it's they're showing me you will be able to pivot like and there's like being funny like a basketball player when they're trying to pivot and they're on offense and they're trying to go around the defense. That's what you will do. Trust in yourself and your inner guidance and your inner wisdom. Don't look without your without look within. Stay within and you will flourish. I want to thank you for being here at the Wisdom Circle today. May you have the blessed week you have this week and continue blessings. I thank you so, family.